Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kryptonian saying here, bringing you guys another Dragon Ball discussion. It's been a while since we've done one of these, man. So we're gonna come back with another Dragon Ball discussion, and obviously from the title, from the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about Broly and the future character arc and the pros and cons of Broly learning God Ki and what this could mean for the bigger picture of the actual story of Dragon Ball Super. So with the new trailer for the Dragon Ball Super movie out, I wanted to take time out to discuss the potential narrative implications for a scene that was only in the trailer for a short period of time, which is the scene where Goku's shown sparring with Broly on Beerus' planet. Now, honestly, if this is Dragon Ball Super testing the waters for Broly to be reintroduced into the main story at some point, picking up with him being even stronger than he was when we saw him at the end of the Broly movie, I love it, and I love it for quite a few reasons. With no disrespect to the original character that we got introduced to in the old Dragon Ball Z movies, with the exception of Bio Broly, that character left a lot to be desired. When I was a child, I was a huge fan of that version of Broly because I was a child. I didn't know any better. He was just utter chaos in terms of strength, but there wasn't enough there, in my opinion, to sink your teeth into him and get invested beyond Dragon Ball Z Movie 8, remaining one of the best Dragon Ball movie fights in the entire franchise, in my opinion. For the most part, there wasn't much there for Broly as a character. Now, this Toriyama version of Broly not only offers a blank slate to the character, but it also gave us a character who, when we last saw him, when he was back on planet Vampa, where he'd been left with senzu beans and food and a few items from Goku. At the time, I said that I felt that Broly was going to continue training and that there was some likelihood that Goku would pop up again and begin training with them, which led to a few people in the comment section asking, did I even watch the movie? That wasn't something that was implied, but I'm going to say I'm excited to say that everything I said that I wanted, it looks like that's what we're getting. If you didn't think that Goku was going to take the opportunity to spar with Broly after the fact, after seeing how strong he was, I got a lot more questions for you. But getting back to it, I want to say this. So Goku's been keeping tabs on Broly, potentially from the looks of this, and from what we see in the trailer, Broly has grown considerably stronger. The Goku who fought Broly is significantly weaker than the version of Goku that we're going to see Broly sparring with in that trailer. Even putting this newer version of Goku on a defensive says a lot about how much this Broly has improved. This is Goku post the Moro arc. This is Goku presumably post the Granolah arc. That's the current arc that's going on in the Dragon Ball Super manga right now. Broly was already incredibly strong, being strong enough that Goku and Vegeta had to fuse into Gogeta, and then that same fusion had to go into Super Saiyan Blue just to finish off Broly. However, the idea that he was trained on his own and potentially mastered Super Saiyan on his own is something that is mouthwatering for me as a fan. We already saw what Broly was capable of doing just from sparring with his father Paragus and the training that he did on planet Vampa in general. However, now that he's likely trained that Super Saiyan transformation up, we got the opportunity for Toyotaro to start the process of moving the story closer towards the end of Z and potentially past the end of Z and show off a side of Goku that we've only seen glimpses of before. Goku the teacher. Now, I know somebody's like, wait a second, we have seen Goku train before, and I'm not disputing that. But what I am saying is that this is the natural progression for Goku, and while we have seen Goku serve as a teacher before, mainly with this training with Gohan, this has the potential to be something completely different entirely altogether. Goku is already a master of the martial arts. He's shown the humbleness to seek out training from angels like Whis and begin reaching towards that higher level of power that he knows exists. Where this works, however, is the idea of Goku not only training Oob directly at the end of the Z portion of the timeline, but also having Broly there to train as his student as well. And this is something that can be potentially beneficial to both Goku as well as Broly. For Goku, this opens up the possibility to start teaching God Ki to two incredibly powerful fighters, one born on Earth who has God Ki, and the other being a Saiyan with the potential that, if we're being honest, far exceeds Goku's potential, which is absolutely scary given how freakishly strong Goku's become. For Broly, this also opens up the door to continue having the character evolve right before our very eyes. And that's part of the fun of being a fan of this character. What is Broly like post living on planet Vampa with somebody like Chile, somebody who genuinely loves Broly and isn't trying to use and manipulate him? How have those bonds affected him? What is the thing that pushes him towards wanting power now? Is it the same blood that's running through his veins? Or is there something more potentially pushing Broly? Not only that, but we also have the opportunity for Broly to take a similar path as other antagonists who we've seen in the series before. Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, Vegeta, they all started as antagonists to Goku before they were acknowledged as rivals, and then that rivalry created the bond between the characters that ultimately became friendship. For Goku, Broly has already possessed immense untapped potential. The idea of him helping push Broly to reach that level of potential to give himself a proper challenge is something I absolutely love. It's something not too unlike what we've seen characters like Gojo and Jujutsu Kaisen do, where he's assembled a group of Jujutsu sorcerers who possess potential power to at least make things very interesting, especially with the case of the character of Maki and especially with the character of Yuta. Broly, even if he never masters God Ki or Goku doesn't even attempt to teach him God Ki, which I think would be a huge disservice. We've had enough time with just Goku and Vegeta knowing how to use God Ki that introducing another pair of characters in Oob and Broly learning God Ki, I'm okay with it because it's been long enough. You can start passing on that information and it doesn't lose that special feeling of it being like Super Saiyan where every character gets it. This is still something only limited to a small number of characters, and I'm okay with this. Still gonna be less than a handful in the main cast. Now, due to the fact that his base power is already insanely powerful, it means that his Super Saiyan transformation would get even more insanely powerful if he has indeed grown more powerful during this time. A base that was already strong enough that Vegeta had to go into his God mode to fight him off. It's grown, if it has indeed grown in power adjacent to that of Goku and Vegeta during this time, or even potentially at an even more rapid rate, things could get very interesting very fast. Broly going Super Saiyan is the 50 times multiplier before you get into any rage boost. If he unlocks Super Saiyan 2 on his own or under Goku's training, you're looking at another 2 times boost on top of his Super Saiyan boost. For someone like Broly, whose base was so powerful that we're talking about insane levels of power creeps that could be happening here. Power that Goku could help Broly mold into being the fighter who can not only push Oob, who also possesses God Ki, but also push Goku to another level of power as well. We've already seen Goku training with Whis and continue to build onto his mastery of Ultra Instinct, but what if Broly's used to push things even higher? What if this is the twist as we go towards Dragon Ball Super, moving past the end of Z timeline? If it isn't just Goku flying off with Oob, but it's Goku flying off with Oob to establish his own small fighting school with Oob and Broly being the first 2 and the only 2 students. Being honest, even for me that sounds a bit corny, but I can't help wondering if the reintroduction of Broly being shown training with Goku isn't the series testing the water for Broly being brought into the main story at some time after we go past the end of Z. Otherwise, it would make too much sense for Broly not to be there and not be anywhere near the Tenkaichi Budokai unless it's something like he's back on planet Vampa, but I think that would be a waste if that was the direction things went. However, it's just a thought, nothing more, nothing less. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, but as always, guys, like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.